Welcome to this video, explaining the experience so far in the Lighthouse cities, applying the Innovation Atelier concept, and how it will help cities to realize the positive energy district in their unique city context. My name is Frans Verspeek. I work for the city of Amsterdam in the Netherlands as the overall project coordinator of the Atelier project, and as part of the Amsterdam team, frequently participating in Amsterdam's efforts to initiate so-called innovation ateliers. In the context of the Smart City project, much is being said about the innovations and the technologies of the energy system that are required, for instance, in order to connect and integrate energy efficiency measures with smart software and a high share of renewable energy sources, in order to realize the net positive energy districts. But in the definition of what a positive energy district is, very little has been provided on how this has been realized. A lot of innovations are needed in order for a neighborhood to become energy positive. In the innovation ateliers, the municipality, the companies, knowledge institutes and residents work together to realize this innovation in practice. Think of sustainable energy generation, storage and exchange. This not only entails technical challenges, but also challenges regarding financing and affordability, legislation and legal framework, and social innovation. Jeroen Brouwer elaborated in his contribution on the mechanism of innovation ateliers, which are designed to bring the various stakeholders in the local PED ecosystem together in order to facilitate joint problem solving and increasing the innovation and learning capacity within the ecosystem. I want to add some flavor to that story by sharing some of the practical experiences during the first years of Atelier in the two Lighthouse cities. Let's go into those examples. Amsterdam decided to start the actual activities of their innovation atelier with a practical use case. The first workshops were focused on a case brought in by the involved partners in the demonstration project, addressing the challenge how to create sufficient renewable energy, PV capacity, in case a building itself cannot generate it on its own building plot. Two dedicated workshop sessions with a good representation of atelier partners, completed with external experts and stakeholders, were analyzing in detail the possible pathways and solutions were identified. Recently, a second topic was staged about energy community development in the Amsterdam-Buiksloterham area, a key element of Atelier's plans in Amsterdam, but with still a lot of issues to be investigated, analyzed and discussed. The first session of this second innovation atelier looked at the concept of energy communities from different angles, with partners and invitees. The aim was to get all the visions and ideas about energy communities on the table and to investigate which questions should be further studied in more detail. How to technically develop the platform which is intended to facilitate the energy community. How, despite the existing legal options for energy communities that exist in the Dutch law and EU guidelines, still bottlenecks hamper the uptake and need for adjustment. For example, the double energy tax on stored power, supply by second suppliers, and the fact that no distinction is made between sharing and mutual supply. And the social side of energy communities. Different people with different needs and values and different behaviors. Which organizational forms do we envision to come together with which interest? Or, very practical and down to earth, what are the ways of data management and sharing of data? As a follow-up, there are at least two in-depth sessions to be expected. One, how to facilitate top-down so that all those bottom-up initiatives can emerge and flourish. And secondly, what are the expectations and values of local end users of the energy community? Bilbao partially took a different approach. They not explicitly addressed emerging topics during the development of their pilot project, but they utilized the mechanisms of innovation ateliers to support that city vision development process. And additionally, they staged a workshop series in line with innovation of financial tools and solutions to generically collect practices that can help the energy transition in Bilbao. Now some words about the process. Amsterdam set up a core team representing all the different stakeholders, local government, businesses, citizens and research, and meeting once a month on average. In these meetings, future topics are discussed and prioritized. Based on these strategic decisions, operational steps are taken to initiate the workshops, the content, whom to invite, and the process. Let's now go into the lessons learned that we can harvest so far from the first 2 years. 1. It's crucial to collect input amongst the stakeholders via identifying real issues and opportunity to ensure buying in of their interests. Secondly, clearly discuss and communicate roles, responsibilities and planning to be transparent about the plans and avoid that the mechanism of Innovation Atelier will be seen as a vehicle of one single organization or a very small group that push their own agenda. Thirdly, make sure to follow up, document and share the results from the Innovation Ateliers to ensure that all interested parties are aware of the outputs and next steps. And last but not least, the key factor is adequate stakeholder engagement and involvement, and thereby facilitating joint problem solving and learning. Summarizing my story, PED Innovation Ateliers have been established in the lighthouse cities, in Amsterdam and in Bilbao, and in both lighthouse cities a selection of local partners representing the local ecosystem have discussed, designed and started up dedicated PED Innovation Ateliers in order to support the tailoring and implementation of smart urban solutions and interventions in the PED demonstration. The Bilbao Innovation Atelier and the Amsterdam Innovation Atelier differ in appearance and in partners, representing in their organization, because no model fits all. A multiple diversity of pathways must be applied, but they all have a common ground in the main objective and purpose. Both Innovation Ateliers have already organized a number of workshops with their partners and external stakeholders and will organize a sequence of additional workshops in the future, thereby showcasing the opportunity how, via joint problem solving, the process of harvesting and tailoring innovative solutions can be facilitated and the innovation and learning capacity within the ecosystem can be increased.